Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So Bitcoin right now is now breaking down from $30,000, and I told you guys this is to be expected. We should be seeing, we could actually be seeing another fake out, another retest back down to the downside. Now I told you guys, if Bitcoin were to break down from its support level of $30,000. Right now, guys, can clearly see Bitcoin right now is currently at $29,800, just under 29.9K. Okay, I told you guys, if Bitcoin were to pretty much break down from the support level of $30,000, yes, Bitcoin would, have a retest back down to the downside, but it wouldn't be a massive crash back down to the downside. So since Bitcoin right now is currently at 29K, it could go further down, right? And I want to talk about all that for today's video. I want to show you guys, of course, a fair few charts indicating that yes, Bitcoin could potentially, drop back down to 28,000, maybe even $27,000, and then it will just pump back up to 30K, and then from there on we're gonna see another rally up for Bitcoin. So yes, guys, Bitcoin right now is slightly dropping. Today, yesterday it was actually holding up pretty well, and other altcoins were in fact holding up pretty well as well yesterday. But it seems like today is the complete opposite, right? We are in fact seeing some fair few drops. Bitcoin is currently down 1.3%. Ethereum slightly dropping as well. XRP is actually slightly pumping today, 3%, which is great to see. BNB, Cardano, Solana, all dropping. Dogecoin is dropping. Polygon, 6%. Currently at 73 cents. So Polygon is dropping as well today. Litecoin is slightly dropping, same with Polkadot. And yeah, a fair few altcoins are in fact having a drop today as well, guys. And overall the market is down pretty much 1% today, right? And you guys can clearly see the global crypto market cap's coming at 1.2 trillion. So the crypto market is in fact having a slight drop today, but that is a-okay because this is gonna happen. This is to be expected, right? We know how volatile Bitcoin and crypto is, and Bitcoin has actually been holding up very well above $30,000. It's been literally 3 weeks at this point, right? Pretty much 3 weeks where we've seen Bitcoin hovering between $30,000 and $31,000, and clearly you guys can clearly see right now Bitcoin is in fact breaking down from its support level slightly. But right now, Bitcoin is actually, holding up pretty well still. It's literally just below, just underneath 30K. So we're going to see what happens with Bitcoin. Like, what is the next move for Bitcoin? Let me show you guys a fair few charts, right? Starting with this one. So we know Bitcoin right now is obviously having a drop. So this could potentially be a fake out, right? It could. And like I said, since Bitcoin is obviously slightly dropping from its support level of $30,000 short term, we could actually see Bitcoin drop to like $28,000, so maybe even $27,000. And you guys can clearly see in this chart right here, right? You guys can clearly just see, that we could actually see Bitcoin drop all the way down to like 29K to even $28,400, and that is, yes, that is very, very possible. It really, really is. And it's funny because yesterday I actually bought some Bitcoin, right? If you guys haven't seen my most previous video, yesterday's video, definitely check it out. But I actually bought some Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin, if Bitcoin does drop back down to like $28,000, maybe even 27, you guys already know what I'm going to be doing, right? I'm going to be buying more Bitcoin because once that actually happens, we're going to see Bitcoin, shoot back up, to the upside, guys. So you guys can clearly see the bear market in 2022, right? We also had many fake outs as well, and you guys clearly see it just dropped. So potentially we could see a potential drop here for Bitcoin, right? So do not be scared by this, guys. Take this as an opportunity, to buy more Bitcoin, right? We know Bitcoin has been stuck at 30K for literally 3 weeks, and since it's dropping to like 29 to potentially 28 and 27, and maybe even lower, who knows, right? Buy more, right? Stack more Bitcoin, buy more, and that's that. But guys, long term, that's short term, by the way. This is short term. Long term, right? Long term, we know where Bitcoin is heading. So for all the people that's wondering, Bitcoin right now is back down at $29,000. What is next for Bitcoin, right? What is next for Bitcoin? Well, I'm telling you guys this right now. This is next for Bitcoin, right? And I showed you guys a similar chart to this one, okay, a 1, 2, 3 chart, in yesterday's video, actually, right? I think it was yesterday's videos or the day before that, but you know, you guys can clearly see in this chart that every single time we have this 1, 2, 3 pattern and we hit bottom, okay, Bitcoin always shoots up. And guess what? You guys probably can't see it, but back in 2015, 2014 and 2015 and 2016 and 17, right? You guys can clearly see this 4-year time frame right here. You guys can clearly see what happened right here. We had a 1, 2, 3, and then Bitcoin hit bottom and then it shot up, right? And we know what happened in 2017, right? Bitcoin shot up all the way up to like $19,000 or $20,000. You know what I mean? Back in 2017, right? End of 2017, and then it dropped again because we were in fact entering, the next bear market. And you guys can clearly see in 2022, the entire year Bitcoin, we saw Bitcoin drop, right? Just like what we saw in 2014, right? So we had a 1, 2, 3, just like back in 2014, and then we hit bottom. Okay, we know that, and now Bitcoin is breaking out from its bottom, okay, from this falling wedge that we have, in fact, been seeing all of 2022. And you guys clearly see it's going to create a new high. We know the Bitcoin halving is, in fact, right around the corner. We know what happens every single time we have the halving, right? Bitcoin always tends to pump the most. That's where Bitcoin really does tend to pump the most. And it always tends to reach a new all-time high every single time, guys. So be excited for that. You know what I mean? I'm a big believer of history repeating itself, and this chart is one of them. You know what I mean? It could actually potentially happen for Bitcoin. But yes, similar something like this, and it's all up from here, guys. Okay, it really, really is. And we're still in the buy zone, right? This chart does in fact show you guys that we are still in the buy zone. Okay, the sell signal. Okay, if you want to sell and take your profits and whatnot, it's clearly not now. We all should be simply just buying as much Bitcoin as we possibly can. That's why, guys, for the past few weeks, I've been stacking as much Bitcoin as I possibly can before it reaches new highs for, this year in 2023. And its new highs are going to be, obviously $35,000, $38,000, $40,000, $45,000, $50,000. Very, very possible for this year in 2023 for those price targets for Bitcoin to hit. So I'm stacking as much Bitcoin as I possibly can at this level of $30,000. I've been telling you guys that many times, and I'm really glad. You know what I mean? I'm actually really glad that we saw Bitcoin hovering at 30K. You know what I mean? So I'm just glad I bought a whole bunch of Bitcoin when it was at 30K. Even when Bitcoin was below 20K, I was buying a whole bunch. I remember I was buying Bitcoin actually at its bottom, which was $15,000. I bought some there. Bought some when it was at $16,000. I bought some when it was at $18,000 and $19,000, even at 20K. So I'm just glad I bought, a whole bunch of Bitcoin at those levels, because that was obviously our buy zone, right? We're still in a buy zone. Even if Bitcoin reaches back up to like $35,000 to $40,000, right? I still think we're still in a buy zone. You know what I mean? That's just my own personal humble opinion, right? So, guys, clearly we're still in a buy zone, right? We really, really are. So we should be stacking as much Bitcoin as we possibly can. Not financial advice, always do your own research. But you guys can clearly see this chart right here. Looks like Bitcoin is gearing up for the next big move. Okay, it really, really is. And all of 2023, we've just seen, Bitcoin slowly recover. You know what I mean? With these pumps, if you guys think these pumps that we have, in fact, been seeing for Bitcoin for 2023 so far, with these recoveries, if you think they are parabolic movements, you haven't seen anything yet, guys. Trust me, the next few years, 2024 and 2025 especially, those are going to be the massive years where we're going to see Bitcoin pump like crazy, guys. Okay, with these pumps that we have, in fact, been seeing for, 2023, it's nothing. You know what I mean? It's completely nothing. These are just baby moves. Okay, we haven't seen anything yet. So that means, guys, massive movements are in fact coming for Bitcoin. This is why, guys, I really do believe Bitcoin can easily reach 100K to 200K to maybe even 300K in the next bull market. Of course, I'm talking about the year 2025. So that's the next like few years from now, right? So massive movements are in fact coming for Bitcoin, guys. Okay, it really, really is. We haven't seen anything yet. So be excited for that for all my Bitcoin holders out there. So you guys can clearly see how much Bitcoin has in fact been pumping this year in 2023. We know we hit bottom. Guys probably can't see, but yes, we hit bottom right here. Okay, and clearly all of 2023, Bitcoin has slowly been recovering up to the upside. Okay, you guys can clearly see that. And you guys can clearly see Bitcoin has in fact been having a lot of fake outs and little retests every now and then, right? We saw Bitcoin pump all the way up to around $25,000, and then it dropped all the way down to around 20K, actually below 20K, and then it pumped all the way up, right, again to like around $28,000, you know what I mean? And then a couple, about over a month ago, right, we actually saw Bitcoin back in May, I believe, May. We actually saw Bitcoin slowly forming this downtrend. You guys can clearly see that, and clearly we break out of that, right, which was very bullish. And now Bitcoin is in fact consolidating, having a very strong resistance line and a support level. So you guys can see this year so far in 2023 has just been, we've just seen Bitcoin slowly recover from its bottom, which was 15K pretty much, right? But I'm telling you this right now, Bitcoin will create a new high in the next, few weeks, few months. Yes, Bitcoin will continue to have more rally ups, just like what we have, in fact, been seeing all of 2023, right? So 35K is next. Okay, so yes, $35,000. Keep that in mind. It's very, very, very possible. Okay, once we actually see Bitcoin touch 32K, I think from there on, we're going to see a massive rally up to the upside to around $35,000. So be excited for that, guys. Okay, now the bull market is in fact coming up, guys. Okay, it's coming. Okay, I want you guys to understand that. Yes, even though short-term Bitcoin's not really moving and whatnot, right? It's coming. The Bitcoin halving event is literally less than a year from now, guys. Okay, we all should be very, very bullish with Bitcoin and excited for Bitcoin because, some exciting times are in fact coming up for Bitcoin. The bull market is obviously right around the corner. I wouldn't say we are in fact 100%, in a bull market just yet, but I will say this. We are in fact in the early stages of the next bull market 100%, because we are in fact in recovery mode from Bitcoin's bottom. You know what I mean? So some exciting times, guys. So be prepared for the next bull market. Okay, 2024 is going to be a good year, and of course 2025 especially is going to be a good year as well for Bitcoin and crypto. So gear up, guys. Get ready for the next bull market. Now, one more chart I want to show you guys. Okay, again, we're still in another buy area. So just a similar chart to what I showed you guys here, that we are in fact in the buy zone. Okay, we shouldn't be selling or panicking or anything like that. We all should be buying. But this chart right here also indicates that as well. I love this chart. You guys can clearly see it. Just really does show you guys that we are still in the buy zone. You know what I mean? So if you missed buying Bitcoin at $20,000 or below $20,000, even if you missed buying Bitcoin at 25K, I would buy some now. You know what I mean? I've told you guys many times, we all should be investing into Bitcoin long term, and buying Bitcoin at $30,000 for long term is obviously a great price to get in, because we know where Bitcoin will be heading. Okay, we know where Bitcoin will potentially be heading, decades from now. It's going to be worth a lot. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about $1 million per coin. I'm talking about millions of dollars per coin. So buying a full coin today, or just in general investing into Bitcoin, right? It really depends. It's obviously going to be a great long-term investment, right? We know Bitcoin has stored value. Okay, so I told you guys many times, okay, we should be buying as much Bitcoin as we possibly can. And if you guys are watching this video right now and you guys don't have one full coin, I really want you guys to have that mindset, to have that goal for this year in 2023, to reach that goal of owning one full Bitcoin. Because I told you guys many times, this one full Bitcoin could potentially change your life forever. Okay, you could build some type of wealth in life. You could become a millionaire, okay? And you could potentially have some freedom, right? So that's that, guys. No financial advice. Always do your own research. But you guys can clearly see this purple line is in fact the halving time, right? So yes, next year, 2024, around April. That's what people are in fact saying, around April. Many people are saying it's going to happen in May, maybe. But a lot of people are in fact saying it's going to happen in April. So April 24, okay, 2024 is going to be the halving. And once the halving actually happens, you guys have to understand, Bitcoin doesn't actually pump straight away, right? You got to give it a few weeks time, give it a few months time, and then it will pump like crazy. So towards the end of the year in 2025 and early 2025, it's going to be some amazing times. All of 2025 should be some amazing times for Bitcoin and crypto, right? So that's that, guys. We all should be stacking and buying into Bitcoin right now, guys, okay? So that's that. Now, the Fingreed Index, just the end of this video real quick, if you guys a little update on this, it's currently in greed mode. Okay, yesterday was actually neutral. Okay, I didn't talk about this yesterday, but yes, it was in fact in neutral at 54, so it's just below 55. Okay, we know if it's at 55 and over 55, then it will be in greed mode. So yesterday it was a neutral, but today's at 56. So it seems like everyone's sort of feeling greedy still, which is great. Okay, so it's looking pretty good so far, right, for Bitcoin and crypto. Okay, it really, really is. But guys, that's that for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I really would appreciate that. I will obviously keep you guys updated on Bitcoin, right, what's going to happen with Bitcoin in the next upcoming few days, of course, because yes, Bitcoin right now is obviously below 30K. It's currently at $29,000, $29,900, just below 30K. So we're going to see what happens with Bitcoin, what's going to happen next. And I told you guys, right, we could actually potentially see Bitcoin, continue to drop, further down to the downside, right, to like $28,000 to maybe even 27. Okay, that's possible, right? But it's not going to have a massive crash back down to the downside, right? I think that's very, very unlikely to happen. So this is going to be potentially another fake out, and we could actually see Bitcoin, go back down to those levels, okay, of 28 to 27, but it's going to rebound back up to, 30K and reach up to 32K, and it's going to continue up from there, and it's going to, create new highs for this year in 2023. That's just my personal opinion. So you guys let me know in the comments down below. What are your thoughts right now for Bitcoin? Let me know. I'd love to know in the comments section down below. And on that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this one. Give it a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I really will appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Have a best day, guys.